Hi guys, I was preparing for an out-of-state bow hunt. I was going to make me up some aiders to add to these Hawk Heliums. I know it's white, but it's rated for 2,500 pounds, so it ought to work. I'll just throw it in some mud or something first. But anyways, I go to take these sticks apart. I got a really good deal from Shrells on these Hawk Heliums, and I pushed them together to get them out of the way, and I go to take them apart, and I can't get them apart. I literally had to get a pry bar to pry them apart, and I boogered one of them up pretty good, prying it apart. I was going to end up cutting myself if I didn't use a pry bar. It's one thing I don't like about these sticks. There's a lot of sharp edges, different ways to hurt yourself with these things, so be careful. But anyways, they have this suction cup method of stacking these. And this goes right into there, just like that. And there lies the problem. But you see how hard it is to try and push it in there. But once you do put all your weight on there and get it in there, you can't get it apart. And the problem is there's this lip right here. See this little lip thing? That's what's catching on this right here. So the only answer I see is either to sand this down or cut this out with an X-Acto knife, so I'll be able to get these apart in the field. But I think the problem lies in this is too hard of a rubber, and this is a really hard plastic, and there is no give to it whatsoever. And this catches right on that lip. And unless you're going to take a pry bar with you, I don't know how you're going to get them apart. Because I couldn't. Maybe I'm just weak, but I mean, I pulled and pulled and pulled. But I was going to add that aider. And the way I was going to stack these, see, they don't even want to go in there. But I was going to put it on this XOP Vanish. You hook it right like that, hook it right there, and put a bungee across there, and I was going to saddle hunt out of this. Maybe sit in it, maybe use a saddle just for safety purposes, but I put this paracord here to hold this shelf up, because I always have a backpack full of food because I do all day sits. I was going to put my backpack right here. I did put some straps on this, but this paracord, pretty easy thing to do. Just put it through one of these holes right here, and I tied it really good on this side. But that'll keep that shelf up good there. So we're going to get an X-Acto knife out. And when I bought them, I noticed how white that was around there. Like somebody had put it together and tried to pry them apart. But see, the plastic's fixing to fail. If you keep prying them apart, this is going to break. So I don't know if I got the time to file this down. Really, you should take this off and take a Dremel tool and file this around. But we're gonna cut this off with an X-Acto knife and see how much clearance we get, and just use a bungee strap to. I can't imagine trying to take these apart up on the tree, but I only got 3, so I was going to add aiders to it, try and get me up in the air a little bit better. Okay guys, it isn't pretty. I didn't feel like looking for an X-Acto knife, so it's awful choppy, but you want to use just the tip, and you just want to cut just that little tiny lip off. It's real easy cutting. Just like that. And okay guys, I just used a razor knife. Now at least it's manageable. I can stand on one of the boots and I can pop them apart. I did not sand any of this, so this is what's holding it. But these, see all these marks I did trying to pry them apart? That's how much force I had to put to pry them apart. So just cut it off till it's flush. So the cups are flush. And it's doable then. You can get them apart. I couldn't find my X-Acto knife, so I just used a razor blade, and I bought this because I want to use it to gut a deer with. Got tired of having to sharpen knives, so I'm just going to use this carpet cutter, laminate cutters. Anyways, so what I did, you just want to take the tip and you want to go all the way around and just take that lip all the way around, just like that. I don't want to go any further, so trim it up a little bit. It's a little jaggy, but it'll be all right. So once I did that to all of them, I did not sand these tips, but as you can tell, they seat in there really nice now, and they still hold it. But I can now wiggle a little bit and get them apart. See that? So they're usable now. And see how I was boogering that up really bad? That aluminum is pretty soft, but trying to get them apart, I was scarring them all up. So just cut that little lip out, and it's doable that way. So I'm pretty happy with this. See, I can get apart with one hand now. See? They still lock in a little bit, so, but still hold together.